What are my rights if fired without cause in a layoff? Imagine going to work one day and finding out you no longer have a job, with no reason given. It can be confusing and upsetting, but knowing your rights can help you handle the situation better. When a company lays off employees without citing specific misconduct or poor performance, it is usually considered a layoff due to business needs. This could be because of economic downturns, company restructuring, or closing a location. In these cases, most employment in the United States is considered at will, meaning your employer can end your job for any reason that is not illegal. But that does not mean you have no protections. Employers cannot fire you for reasons that break federal, state, or local laws. For example, they cannot lay you off because of your race, religion, gender, age, disability, or national origin. If you suspect you were targeted for a layoff because of any of these protected categories, it might be wrongful termination. Employers also cannot lay you off in retaliation if you reported illegal activities, safety issues, or harassment at work. If you have an employment contract that spells out your job security or specific procedures for layoffs, your employer must follow those rules. Violating the contract could give you grounds to challenge the layoff. If your employer is closing a large plant or conducting a significant number of layoffs, federal law may requiring them to give you advance notice. The Worker Adjustment and Retraining Notification Act applies to companies with 100 or more employees. They must provide at least 60 days notice before a mass layoff or plant closing. If they do not, you could be entitled to compensation for your lost wages and benefits. If you believe your layoff was unfair or illegal, start by keeping records. Save copies of your termination letter, emails, performance reviews, and any relevant documents. These can be helpful if you decide to file a complaint or take legal action. You can file a complaint with the Equal Employment Opportunity Commission or your state labor department if you think discrimination or retaliation played a role. Remember, there are strict deadlines for these filings, so act quickly. Talking to an employment lawyer can also be a good step if you are unsure about your rights or suspect your layoff was unlawful. They can help you understand your options and guide you through the process. Even if your layoff was legal, you still have rights. You might be eligible for unemployment benefits, which can provide financial support while you look for a new job. You can also explore continuing your health insurance coverage under COBRA, which allows you to keep your health plan for a limited time after leaving your job. Finally, your employer must pay your final paycheck according to state laws, often on your last day or within a few days. Being laid off without cause is generally lawful if it follows the rules and does not violate your rights. But knowing what protections you have can make a big difference. If you think your rights were violated, you have options to seek help. You can file complaints, consult a lawyer, or apply for benefits. Staying informed helps you navigate this challenging time with confidence.